Hi, and welcome to our guide to setting up payroll using your Crunch account. Now, we mentioned earlier that we advise that you take up to the national insurance threshold as a salary, and you do this in your Crunch account via payroll runs. Now, once everything is in place to set up your payroll runs, you'll be notified directly by your account manager. Once you get that notification, you can come into the Pay Yourself page and you can select payroll runs. This will take us to the scheduled payroll runs page, and currently we have no events set up. So we can follow the recurring payroll run button, and this will allow us to set up a recurring payroll which will run for the whole of the tax year. So we're currently in the 15 to 16 tax year, and all I need to do is choose the day of the month on which I would like to take my salary. Now, in doing that, the system has allocated the start and the end date for my payroll run. So this payroll run, once I save it, will take me up to the end of the 2015 to 16 tax year. Below that, we can see that the system here has assigned us an amount to take. This amount paid between these two dates will actually take us up to our actual threshold for salary. So the system actively ensures that we're taking the correct and most effective amount of salary, and it does that based on our tax-free allowances as determined by our tax code, our P45 and our pay-as-you-earn scheme. So once we have the figure in here, if we want to tick the pay button, the system will actually also record the withdrawal of the money for us. Now, be aware that the Crunch system does not have any functionality to actually transfer funds from one account to another, but you do need to also mark the payment as being made. So if you're going to take a direct debit or a standing order, you can tick the pay button and the system will log that the salary has been paid on the same date as it shows up here. If you're not always going to take it on the same date, so if you're not going to set up a direct debit, for example, you can leave that unticked and you can manually record the payment yourself. Finally, we can set up an email reminder here. So if you want to be notified in advance in a few days, or you can choose whatever sort of time frame you want, the system will send out that reminder to make sure that you never miss your payroll. Once we're happy, we can save this, and this will make sure that it files directly to HMRC on our behalf on the determined date. Once it's set up, it's now sorted and will go all the way up to the end of the tax year. So this allows us to have a sort of once and done setup, and it's now completely taken care of for the rest of the tax year. So this concludes our quick look at setting up your recurring payroll runs in your Crunch account. Be sure to check out the other guides on the other ways to pay yourself.